Hi, I'm Sam, the founder of the Broken Wife Effect. I've created this talk series to help women overcome potential challenges they may be having in their lives. This series will cover everything from spiritual to emotional, physical, and practical symptoms that may arise from the Broken Wife Effect. I hope you find this series useful. Welcome to the Broken Wife Effect Healing Talk Series. Hello, everyone. I just want to welcome you to part 8 of the Broken Wife Effect Healing Talk series. So today we have Tashina King with us. Now, Tashina is an internationally recognized top instructor. She's an entrepreneur since 2008. She's toured over 13 countries as a coach and has over 10 years of experience supporting and coaching women from all over the world. So Tashina understands just how vital it is to look at the whole woman when it comes to setting goals and desires for each woman. So Tashina, welcome.
Thank you, Sam.
And I see we have a little guest with us today.
Yes, this is my youngest, my 3-month-old, a Coney.
Coney is absolutely adorable, and I love the curls. So how about you tell us a little bit about yourself and your coaching practice and what you do?
Sure. Well, I am a mindset and confidence coach for women now, and my journey actually started when I was much younger, and I started dancing at the age of 2.5. And it was something I came into this life, this world, knowing I wanted to do professionally. And so everything I did was in step to support that dream. And after high school, I joined a performing arts company for several years in which I toured internationally. And that's where I really fell in love with teaching and using dance as a doorway into conversations about self-worth, self-love, creativity, sharing your ideas and inspirations with the world. And after that, I transitioned into a form of partner dancing called West Coast Swing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I ended up doing even more traveling as a coach and a judge and a performer. And the mindset coaching aspect of things came to fruition because of my own struggles in actualizing that childhood dream I had had. And it was once I transitioned into West Coast Swing that I wasn't really getting anywhere, even though I knew in my heart of hearts that I had what it took to be a professional and have a professional partner and be hired at events.
Mm-hmm.
And it was upon being really ready to walk away from it, like throw my hands up in the air and leave it. I had a conversation with my mom, Karen Mackay, who is also a previous guest
Mm-hmm.
on the show or the series. And I told her I was ready to walk away. And she said, well, are you willing to do a little bit more introspective work and see if there's something else going on outside of your technical training that you're doing that could be contributing to the challenges you're having? And I said, yes, I've got nothing else to lose. And it was through conversation with her that I remembered at 12 years old, when I was leaving the first dance studio that I'd been at for 10 years roughly, my mentor wagged her finger in my face and told me I would never amount to anything as a dancer. And it was upon that memory, uncovering that memory, that I recognized that everything in my life from that moment at 12 years old to where I was ready to walk away from my dream had been a reflection of that belief that I had taken into every essence of my body. Yes. So that really was the catalyst, the light bulb moment that truly shifted everything. And so I started doing work with my subconscious beliefs about my worth as a female entrepreneur, my worth about sharing my creative ideas, and my worth about being successful as an artist, as a way of living. Yeah. And it was literally the only thing I did differently in my training. And within about 2 months of doing that work continuously, I started to see results competitively where I was making finals And I finally started to move up in the competitive ranks.
Yeah.
And then more or less 4 years to the same day that I had done my first competition, I competed at the top professional level, made finals, and then placed fourth.
Oh,
And
that is awesome.
it was really obvious to me at that point the power that our beliefs have in our life, and recognizing that in order to truly create a life on our own terms, we have to stop and ask, whose life are we really living? And I was
Yes.
really living that other mentor's life physically for me. And it took, that low point in life of being ready to throw my hands up and walk away from my soul, part of my soul purpose, to realize I no longer wanted to live her life.
Yeah.
Not amounting to anything, and step into my own power and create a set of beliefs that supported the type of life that I wanted.
Yeah.
And so after I had that personal experience with it, I started to train in that specific way of working with the subconscious mind, and then integrated that approach with the students I was teaching internationally.
Yeah.
And then I started working with clients when I wasn't traveling for dance.
Mhm.
And I used it for myself throughout my marriage. Before we got married, I used it during my pregnancies for my childbirth experiences.
Yes.
And now I'm doing it full time with women to support them in really creating life on their own terms, tapping into their own creative genius, and sharing their vision with the world.
Yeah. And that is amazing. It is unreal how our limiting beliefs hold us captive,
Mm-hmm.
can keep us stuck in our lives or in a cycle. And once we are able to work through that, I love the work that, we do with the mind change. And it's just amazing how that can shift everything, and shift it so quickly, and really open up doors that you never imagined could be opened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you show up differently, so other things start to be able to show up for you when
Yeah.
you're fully present to the world.
Yes. And that is amazing. So what are some of the things that you have done with some of the women that you've worked with, or the best piece of advice, or maybe the place that you start when you are working with any of the women to help them realize their potential and where they want to be?
Well, the first place I usually start with almost every client is the beliefs that we have about change in our life,
Yeah.
because everything else we do in our work together is about creating change. And so I love to start with that topic, because it sets up a really strong foundation to ensure that the work we're going to continue to do is only going to be supported and not undermined by limiting
Right.
beliefs about change, whether it's not safe to change, or change is scary, or it takes a long time to change. Those are all beliefs that I think as a society is kind of perpetuated. So ensuring that a person is ready, open, willing to bring change into their life
Yeah.
is the first place that I start with. And a topic that comes up a lot with my clients is perfectionism.
Mm,
Thing that I really worked through a lot of in my own personal journey. So being able
yes.
to connect with women on that specific topic is pretty consistent and powerful, because of the expectations either we place on ourselves as women to be perfect, or the expectations society has on women, generational expectations about perfection as a woman.
Right.
So that's a real heavy hitter, if you will.
And it's amazing with the work that we do, um, how God kind of aligns us with the people who have gone through the same struggles that we've gone through. So then it's like, okay, yes, I can help you. I know I can help,
Yeah.
because we've walked the path, and still walking the path. It's never, like you said, you have been working through things all along, through your marriage, through your pregnancy. You had this little guy just not too long ago, but it's a continuation of just peeling back the layers and trying to improve and to keep moving forward,
Yeah.
knowing yourself and the direction you want to go.
Yep, exactly.
So, well, that's beautiful. I love the work that you're doing. Um, and your story of, where you've come from and where you're headed and the area that you feel drawn to really help other women, to be able to really embrace their life and go after, what they do desire.
Yeah. Yeah, I really feel like we all came into this world with a beautiful gift to share.
Mhm.
And so often we turn our backs to it for one reason or another. And to be
Yes.
able to hold space for a woman to reconnect with that and find her worth in living that is, I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that part of how I get to show up for people.
Well, and you are absolutely beautiful. I know you and your heart and soul. It's amazing. So one of the blessings in my life is crossing paths with some amazing women. So that's wonderful. So in conclusion,
Mhm.
let's talk about what is your superpower?
I think because you had sent me this question right before we jumped on our call today, and it took me a little bit of time to really identify what that superpower is. And it came to me that it is being able to see the underlying beliefs that are connected to one another, that are really creating the struggle or limitation that an individual is experiencing, and being able to pull those out to the forefront of our awareness,
Mm-hmm.
and then to hold space for a woman to, powerfully choose to move through that and change that so that she can show up more fully in her life.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is an absolutely beautiful gift. Beautiful gift. So, okay, well, Tashina and Akoni, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
I'm glad that, he didn't go down for his nap, so we all get to see him.
Yes, me
So,
too.
okay, well, I just want to say thank you to everybody who joined us today. And if you felt that connection with Tashina, there will be information on how to connect with her and how to reach out. And I encourage you to do that if you feel that connection. Don't wait, don't hesitate, just reach out. Because if we feel that within us, that means it's something that we need to move on. So I encourage you to do so. So thank you for joining us today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care.